Weddle backs off the blitz. 2nd and 10. Mayfield buying time. He's dangerous here, and the pass is caught by Perriman.
Hard weekend, 1 week from now.
Really tight, and it might be the bottom of his cleat that's putting up that puff. There's a good angle there. Remember, the ruling was complete.
The field of a completed pass stands. First down.
There you go.
And you know, it probably is the right call because you couldn't be.
So we have cameras everywhere. We are getting a report that the fans at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh are chanting, "Let's go Browns." They all know what's happening. Pittsburgh is in the clubhouse with a victory. They need the Browns, their heated enemy, to beat the Ravens, one of their other division foes, for Pittsburgh to go to the playoffs. Imagine the scene in Pittsburgh. The Heinz Field Steelers fans chanting, "Let's go Browns," as there's 1 minute and 40 seconds left.
Here's Mayfield down the sideline and over the head of Landry, who wanted a flag. The entire AFC North story is going to be written in this last 1 minute and 35 seconds. You got every Pittsburgh Steelers fan in the world doing the unthinkable right now, cheering for the Cleveland Browns, trying to see the Browns knock out the Ravens and put Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
And you got the #1 pick against the #1 defense, who has the rookie record. And this formation, for all you new people, 4 receivers on one side, has hurt Baltimore today. We'll see here.
2nd and 10. They come after him. Steps away, throws. Did he catch it? Oh, what an effort by Landry. They say incomplete. It hit the ground. Landry saying, hey, challenge it. You do not want to challenge. You can't challenge it, Jarvis. You're inside 2 minutes. He tried to curl his hand underneath it. He might have a cause here. Watch his hand go under and then pin it against the body.
Oh, my God.
I think he's got a case.
Oh, I think he does, too. Of course.
How do you do that? You got a player on your back.
Of an incomplete pass is under review.
They've got to look at this up top. Again, inside 2 minutes. Booth review.
Well, you see the hand stays under the ball.
Browns fans waiting to hear this. Here it is. Here is the look at the Steelers. Some of them have stayed on the field. They have it on the Jumbotron at Heinz Field. The crowd chanting, "Let's go Browns." They need a field goal or a touchdown from the Browns to possibly put Pittsburgh into the postseason. If the Browns do win and beat the Ravens, Steelers are in. I'm just leaving time in case time is left on the clock for Lamar Jackson. I don't want to write off Baltimore's offense just yet. What is the announcement? Sean Smith, the referee, will let us know.
A long time with us because it's so crucial.
Yes.
It would put the Browns within, 5 or 6 yards of a possible field goal attempt, with still plenty of time to get closer.
Well, there's a monster difference, obviously, in field position. But it's 3rd down and 10, or it's 1st and 10 as well.
Yeah.
And the Ravens season, we're not just trying to build this up. It's on the line.
And then you got, of course, the story may come down to a Joseph field goal attempt.
Oh, they're talking right here. That means they got to go back to where it was, which tells me then they might call this a catch. They're like, how much time was on the clock? Where's it going back to?
The ruling on the field is the receiver possessed the ball while going to the ground. Therefore, we have a completed pass at the 39-yard line.
It's a catch.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1 minute and 30 seconds. And this will require a 10-second runoff.
10-second runoff. 2 reviews on this drive are both ruled catches for the Browns for a total of 35 yards. The one to Perriman and this one to Landry. Hey, look at Juju Smith-Schuster over in Pittsburgh after they got the news that was called a catch.
Well, you know what he's thinking, right? I fumbled
last week in New Orleans.
Last week in New Orleans. This would be Christmas just a little late, but I like it. Baltimore, this can happen to them 2 years in a row, can it? At home, having the lead in the 4th quarter. This defense, you want to be the #1 defense in the league? It's time for you guys to stand up right now and put this team on your back and say, we're going to close this out.
Well, it's a defense, though, that has surrendered 426 yards today, which is about 200 more than they've been given up recently, and they've seen Mayfield moving in on almost 400 yards passing. So they're taking a long time to explain where the judgment came down, why the call was made with Harbaugh, who's seen two reviews on this drive go against his side.
1:30 on the game clock. Cleveland has elected to have a 10-second runoff. By rule, the clock should be reset to 1 minute, 20 seconds.
That's what Harbaugh was saying. He says, your 10 seconds didn't run off.
Please reset the game clock. Thank you.
Cleveland's going to hold on to its one timeout. And now the Browns.
Watch this. This whole drive from here on out, you're going to see Baltimore just like this. One guy back, and you got to decide who's coming and who's not.
Here's the snap and the throw, and knocked away without even turning around. Levine denying Njoku.
It's a good throw, just perfect defense by Levine putting his hand up.
The Cleveland Browns to a man. When we met with them last night, they all repeated the same thing. This is our playoff game. They have a minute 14 to write an incredible final chapter to an unbelievable script for the year. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete to Landry.
I'm telling you, Jim, Baltimore has utilized, watch the pressure, it's all-out pressure again, and just behind him, a missed throw. But if you're going to look at this, oh, he was open, he missed him. Baltimore's not going to let the Mahomes situation in Kansas City when they didn't pressure with enough guys on 4th and 9. They're not going to let Mayfield, he's going to have to do it throwing it quickly.
Here they come racing up. 3rd down pass, batted in the air and almost intercepted. And now it's 4th down. Do you go 57-yard field goal?
It is 4th down. We take you back to last year, week 17, 4th and 12, and the Ravens defense cannot give up the touchdown. Yet they did, and their season came to an end. That was 1 year ago this week. Now it is 4th and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens defense. If they stop them here, they win the division.
Quarterback, I'm like, I can't block this. I'm telling you, Baltimore's coming after you. You got to get this ball out right away.
The whole NFL is watching. A 4th and 10, and here they come. Mayfield's pass is intercepted by Mosley, and the Ravens are going to take the division. Hearts are broken in Pittsburgh.
Baker, you played amazing, but this #1 defense in the league stood up, put the city of Baltimore on their back with the season on the line, and they blitzed them with everybody. 4 straight plays, and they didn't do that in Kansas City. And I thought if this game came down to that, Baltimore's going down, they're going down swinging. And they stood up today when they needed it.
That's $1 million play, by the way, for Eric Weddle. He got $1 million bonus for a win. It's in his contract. But Mosley, who had a deflection, a little tip on Mayfield's first interception back in the first quarter. He is some player, Pro Bowler. Last year, they lost on a 4th down play in the last minute. Today, they win it on a 4th down play.
Well, just, you have to understand, this throw was actually great by Mayfield. Mosley is blitzing. The guy who intercepts the ball. But what they do is they say, if you're blocked, he's going to come, and Mayfield sees the guy running. Mosley backs off, and he really had the first down, but Mosley backed off out of there. And
there's the Steelers watching the moment their season ended. Right there. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens go 6-1 over their last 7 games.
And who's the team you don't want to run into?
You've been saying it's this team for weeks.
It's just very difficult to go win a game at the end without something incredible happening, and it's very difficult to handle their run scheme. John Harbaugh, he brought this team back. Deserves a lot of credit. They were left for dead 7 weeks ago, weren't they?
Yes, they were. And they close out, again, 6-1. They're in the playoffs for the first time since 2014. They take the North, the AFC North, for the first time since 2012.